If you understand marketing and sales, you already understand recruiting. Now, for some of you, that's bad news because you don't understand marketing and sales. but you know, we've all typically, even if you haven't had a recruiting background, you've had some kind of exposure in marketing and sales. And what dawned on me was it's exactly the same process. It's just focused on a different population of people. So, what are we looking to do? We are looking to fill the funnel with as many good prospects as possible, weed out candidates that don't fit, and then select from the rest. Simple. In reality, what happens? Well, what happens is a couple of things. One, we don't interview enough people. We just don't have enough prospective employees in our funnel, right? In our sales funnel. So as a result, when we're weeding people out, we're trying to weed out between 5 mediocre people or 2 mediocre people more often. Well, what's going to be the result? There's no way you get a better outcome in that situation, right? So when we're trying to select from the rest, there's no benefit. So you know from your sales, again, if you have sales background, that if you're a great qualifier, I'm going to apply more of this terminology. But in sales, qualifying is being able to figure out people who can't make a decision and can't write a check, right? That's what qualification is in sales. So if you're a terrific qualifier, I mean, you have the ability, you can walk into an office, you meet an executive, and you can tell in 10 seconds she can't make or won't make a decision, and she has no financial authority. It's not worth my time. Out you go. You're a terrific qualifier. If you only meet with 1 prospect a week, how much does that matter to your business? It doesn't matter. Because you have to prospect more. The hardest thing and the most important thing in sales is to prospect more. It's to get in front of more people. If you know how to get in front of a lot of people, and then you're a good qualifier, then you have great results. That's what strong salespeople do. That's what good recruiters do too. Rob, shooting this through your head's not working, so I'm moving over here.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, who would have thunk? So recruiting is equal to prospecting, and interviewing is equal to qualifying. So one of the things that we want to do here is we want to separate these 2 categories. So here's what I was finding, and I wasn't just finding it within Fleet Feet, I found it with all my clients. I do a lot of work, and have done a lot, continue to do a lot of work on the whole interviewing process, on weeding people out. And we're going to talk about it at the end of this session. So how do you figure out if an individual has the skills to be good in your business? And even more importantly, how do you identify if somebody is not going to be effective? How do you weed them out? And here's basically what business owners and executives say to me. Okay, Eric, listen, we get it. We don't do a good job at this. We need to do a better job. And if you've been making hiring mistakes recently, this is at the top of your priority list. I mean, because you realize how much time and how much money it costs you. However, small and mid-sized businesses say, that's terrific, but I got a question for you. Where do we go to find great people? Where do we go? Now, I'll tell you what's interesting. When I talk to my clients at Ernst & Young, or at IBM, or at the Olin School of Business at Washington University in St. Louis, that's really not their question. They know where to go. They've got big brands. They're very well positioned. They have access to the best schools. They know who's working for their competitors. Their issue primarily is not where do I go to find them. Their issue really is twofold. One, how do I do a great job of weeding them out? And number 2, diversity. Because diversity is a huge issue for hiring in the Fortune 500. But small and mid-sized businesses, and I'm still talking about some fairly sizable organizations, are not as well branded, not as well known, not as well positioned. Every executive, every owner in that kind of business is saying, where do I go to find great people? That's what we're going to talk about today.